My sister and I accidentally got bound to two systems. One could enlarge objects 100 times, and the other could shrink them 100 times. My sister smiled and chose the shrinking system, so I had to take what was left. 3 days later, the rain apocalypse suddenly hit. Floodwater sealed off the whole city, trapping everyone at home. Food and supplies became the deadliest problem. Come on, system, activate, make it bigger. That's insane, this is awesome. Now this is enough to last us a long time. With the enlargement system, I kept making our few supplies bigger, using them carefully and eating only what we needed. In the end, I got my sister through the hardest days. But the moment the rain stopped, my sister angrily accused me. You're good at everything, except you're way too selfish. You could have used the system to save Jack, the guy she had a crush on. Jack, my sister's crush, lived right across the hall. She once begged me to enlarge food for Jack's family. But I knew people were unpredictable in the apocalypse, so I refused. Drop the savior complex, it'll only turn you into the next corpse. Without my help, Jack's family couldn't even last 5 days. They starved to death early on. Please choose your own systems. I went back to the day we chose our systems. Once again, the system asked us to pick our abilities. The same familiar scene, the same familiar process. After freezing for a second, my sister immediately made her choice. I want the enlargement system. System confirmed, binding complete. My sister shot me a smug look, barely hiding the joy in her eyes. Right then, I realized she had been reborn too. I sneered inside. Since you love your dear Jack so much, enough to hate me and want me dead, this time I won't take care of you. I willingly chose the shrinking system. Then let's see who can really handle this power. Whatever. My sister couldn't wait to test her ability. She ran into the study, opened a cabinet, and inside was a sparkling diamond. She placed the diamond in her palm and instantly enlarged it with the system. Ha 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 ha! It's real! The enlargement system is really mine! I watched coldly. This was the sister I once protected with everything I had. Then she started showing off the system. Sis, the enlargement system is mine now. Are you jealous? After all, I can make anything I want bigger. Your shrinking system seems kind of useless. What's the difference? It's just a system. If you like it, then take it. Seeing that I had zero interest in the enlargement system, my sister finally let her guard down, thinking she was the only one who had been reborn. I knew very well that this time, she would definitely go save Jack's family. And once outsiders learned about the system, she would never be safe in the apocalypse. Sure enough, she rushed over and knocked on Jack's door. What are you doing here? Jack, let's talk inside. As soon as the door across the hall closed, I checked the date on my phone. The 14th. There were still 3 days before the rain hit. I still had time. Again. I drove straight to the supermarket and cleared out everything edible, useful, and life-saving. Instant noodles, bread, rice, flour, cooking oil, toilet paper, blankets, toiletries, and even seeds. To make sure I could survive long-term, I also bought baby chicks and seeds. Seeds could grow vegetables and chicks could lay eggs. Perfect for long-term stockpiling. Done. Then I went to the furniture store and bought a full set of daily necessities for myself. Furniture ready, supplies ready. My apartment was on a high floor, so no matter how hard it rained, it wouldn't threaten me. But this time, I didn't plan to live the same way as before. I bought like crazy until every last dollar on my card was gone. I'll take this one. Ring it up, please. Sure. Luckily, my pre-apocalypse supplies were pretty much ready. By comparison, my sister knew the apocalypse was coming, but she wasn't nervous at all. She was convinced the enlargement system could solve everything. She even started looking forward to becoming a savior. She imagined saving Jack's family when food ran out, then making Jack fall in love with her. I always thought she just had a crush on him, but turns out she was completely love blind. Sis, if I save Jack's family, do you think he'll fall for me? No, not a chance. Jack will definitely like me. Sis, tell me the truth. Do you like Jack too? You're 2 years older than him. Stop dreaming. You're just jealous of me. I ignored her and just looked down at my phone, ordering what I needed online. My sister had already killed me once. I would never let it happen again. This time you can die on your own. Sis, do you have any money? Lend me a few grand. No, I bought a fridge, so I spent it all. You bought a fridge? What for? Can't I just want a new fridge? Why are you freaking out? No, I was just curious. Hey, sis, I remember you still had some food in your room. I already gave it to the lonely old people downstairs. Their lives aren't easy either. You're not mad, right? I didn't expect that after being reborn and getting the enlargement system she wanted, my sister would still give away my last supplies. She was clearly trying to force me to die. If I hadn't been reborn, and if I didn't have a system, I definitely wouldn't survive this rain apocalypse. Looking at my sister's bright smile, my disgust for her only grew stronger. Sis, you're the best. I knew you wouldn't get mad at me over something so small. I'm tired. I'm going back to my room to rest. I turned around and hid in my room, planning to find myself a safe place. I also bought wind power equipment, so I could still have a steady supply of electricity during the storm. Everything I needed was ready. Now I just had to quietly wait for the remaining time to pass. My sister thought that since she had the enlargement system, she had nothing to worry about. She used her allowance to buy a few $100s worth of food and secretly locked it in her room, as if afraid I would steal it. I gave up on the apartment I had bought. If I kept hiding there, no matter how small I got, they might still find me. So I set my sights on another place, a secret inside my bedroom. It was a tiny room I had specially built when renovating the apartment. I had never told my sister about it. The room wasn't big, about the width of a small bathroom, but for me after shrinking, it was a safe house. The room's entrance could only be controlled through my phone, so I wasn't worried about my sister finding it. Even if she did, she couldn't open it. Besides that, I drove over 10 miles into the wilderness and used the shrinking system to shrink a pile of soil. That way, I could use the soil and seeds to grow vegetables and become self-sufficient. I also shrank several trees and brought them back with me. In the blink of an eye, all the food and furniture I ordered arrived. By then, only one day remained before the rain. I had the delivery sent to the old rural house I used to live in. The village had long been deserted, with barely anyone still living there. The house was filled with furniture, appliances, food, and all kinds of small items. While no one was around, I used the shrinking system to shrink everything and put it all into the boxes I had prepared. Finally, after hesitating for a moment, I shrank the little bungalow too and brought it back with me. It was a bit old, but with some renovation, it would still be livable. Late that night, I drove home and moved everything into the secret room. My sister had been unusually excited these past few days. She thought she was fully prepared, so she paid no attention to where I went. I had already installed an air filtration system in the secret room, so even if I lived inside for years, I wouldn't have to worry about running out of oxygen. After a full night of careful setup, the secret room had completely turned into a tiny farm. The tiny chicks made barely any sound as they pecked for bugs in the grass. Outside the farm stood my little house, fully equipped with every appliance I needed. Now I could finally relax and quietly wait for the rain to come. In the final half day, my sister went to Jack's place again. Jack's family didn't seem to like her at all. Geez, that girl across the hall is already grown, but she keeps running into my son's room every day. She has no shame. She's probably got her eyes on your son. Looks like you're getting a daughter-in-law. With that broke-looking face? She thinks she can marry my son? No way. But my sister didn't care what they thought. She kept pushing her way into Jack's room. Jack, I brought you something good to eat. With only 1 hour left before the rain, I called my sister. Hey, something came up at work. I'm working overtime tonight, so I won't be home. Okay, sis. I knew she wouldn't even remind me to stay safe. Anyway, I only called to throw her off and make her think I had already left home. While my sister was away, I installed hidden cameras inside the apartment and in the hallway outside, so I could watch everything inside and outside the place from my phone. Just in case, I even installed one outside Jack's door. After finishing all that, I used my phone to open the secret room in my bedroom. Ah, it's pouring! Help! Ha ha ha! The show is about to begin.